she white, Horikoshi? Why is she white? Why is she white?
It's his character, so yeah, maybe he should learn how to add her canon color to his art. I don't know.
Love her, but ain't no way you Nico robbing her. When you turn my queen white under the guise of lighting, why is she so white?
Ugh, why have you made her white?
Why is she so
white?
Horikoshi?
I'm about to give a massive truth nuke. You ready for it? Because I know for a fact these very unwell individuals are not ready for it. Mirako, in the very least, has been confirmed to be a tan woman. This is straight from the manga itself, from My Hero Academia Vigilantes. And for those that are unaware, My Hero Academia Vigilantes is canon. It is completely supervised by Horikoshi. It is a completely canon manga. It ties in completely with the story. And so for those that try to refute the fact that this is not canon, well, too bad. It is straight up canon. But to not just stop there, let's give more of a truth nuke. We also have the fact that what Brandon pretty much illustrates here is very accurate. I really cannot put it any better than this. On top of that, what he says under here is pretty much what I'm about to be talking about. For instance, the way people are telling Offer how he should draw his own character, man. It is legitimately insane just to see the amount of toxicity that Horikoshi has been put through. Not just from these last 24 hours, but honestly, since the dawn of him writing My Hero Academia, since My Hero Academia's anime kind of came out and started to really flourish and gain popularity, there's just been this toxicity around the community. And for almost a decade, basically, or actually a decade, you know, a lot of people have coined My Hero Academia as one of the most toxic anime and manga communities. And when you see stuff that's been happening to Horikoshi in these last few hours, last 24 hours, I can see why people would say that. I wouldn't necessarily say My Hero Academia is the quote-unquote most toxic, but it's up there. If not top 3, it's at the very least top 5. It is a really toxic fandom that continuously disrespects and attacks its own creator of the series that they like to read, and it is ridiculous. You have people going out of their way and even fixing, editing Horikoshi's art, saying they know his characters better, saying they know how the art should be, when he is literally the god of the My Hero Academia verse. He is the creator. He is the writer, the artist. He has breathed life into these characters. He is the reason why they exist. And so if there is anyone that knows their characters more than anyone else in this world, it is the creator themselves, and that will never change. And the fact that you have people going out of the way not just to, let's say, correct or fix his art, but also legitimately complaining about maybe lighting and stuff when, you know, they don't want to think it's lighting, but saying like, why'd you turn her white and all this different type of stuff. It's legitimately insane to me. It's actually crazy, and it's just so many people are unwell, mentally unstable, and live in Delulu-land. It's astounding. Like, it's always been on full display, just seeing just how crazy people can be, but it's definitely become more commonplace in the last few years, especially since post-2020, you know, COVID era anime fans. I've advocated and talked about this situation a lot. I have, and anyone that has actively watched my channel definitely is aware of this. I am not a big fan of just, like, a lot of the newcomers into the anime community as of late. They are people that more or less don't want to conform or actually join the community to enjoy the culture, enjoy anime and manga. They more or less want the culture itself to bend the knee and warp itself into what their ideals are instead of actually what it always was. It honestly just feels like, I don't know if it's the right word, so correct me in the comments if I am wrong. Please do so. I will gladly correct it. But it feels like culture appropriation a little bit, or once again, that might not be the right word, but it feels like they're coming in to the community just to force it to change instead of allowing, you know, the community to let them, like, seep into it and try to conform to it. It feels destructive, and I don't like how it's become more and more commonplace, not just in the anime and manga space, but legitimately in pretty much all forms of entertainment. I mean, one of the big things is obviously gaming, which that's a completely different subject, and there's a lot of content creators that talk about that way better than I do, so I'm not going to really get into that one. But I do want to make something fundamentally clear, okay? Before I go any further, I do want to make sure this is said. I have no problem with black edits, or edits in general. Because there's a lot of people that are going to take this video out of context. I know it. It's going to happen. There's going to be people that's going to clip me, post it, try to slander me. There's going to be other content creators that's going to clip this video, and they're going to say, yeah, see, Chibi's a racist. He's the reincarnation of Hitler, basically. That's what people are going to say. I'm just going to be honest with you. They will 100% do that. But I want to make it fundamentally clear. If someone wants to edit something, I don't care. Do what you want. But the one thing I never have liked about edits is usually most of the time, not always, most of the time it's done with malicious intent. And I don't like malicious intent, especially when you have someone say, fixed it or whatever, and it's very clear what the intentions are, and it blows into a whole mess of just, be blunt, racism. That's what it becomes. It just becomes just outright racist. And FYI, like the Don to Don situation that happened months ago, a lot of people blamed me for that, when in fact the Japanese community was at war with the Western community about the edits. It wasn't even my fault. There were so many people that talked about it. It's crazy that there is legitimately people that believe I am the reason that happened. Insane. But what I'm trying to get at is I want to make sure my stance is fundamentally clear. If you want to edit something, fine. Just don't do it with malicious intent. And it's very clear that a lot of people's intent, maybe not this person, maybe I'm wrong, but a lot of people's intent, clearly, when they're doing stuff like this, is usually because they're like, see, you don't know your characters. When you see multiple comments basically saying, like, this, like, if it's his character, he should know better, it's clear that a lot of people's intentions are malicious. I just want to make sure that is very front and center for people don't twist my words. It's obvious what's going on here. And I think it's extremely disrespectful just how many people have legitimately not just, like, commented in his comments. I mean, you could just see a few comments already just basically being very disrespectful to Horikoshi, but you just see people taking his art and saying, like, you don't know how to draw, or you don't know, like, how to actually draw your own character, and I'm just like, are you listening to yourself? Are you in Delulu land? You do not know more than the author himself that does his own series. Like, once again, I want to truth nuke. There is literally a panel of Mirako being literally called a tanned bunny. You see this right here. This is from My Hero Academia Vigilantes. It is canon. It's not non-canon. It's canon material. And, I mean, like I said, Brandon also covered this very well. Brandon did a very excellent point here. But all I'm trying to say is that this stuff has gotten a lot of traction. There's a lot of people talking about it. Hell, I mean, you look at this tweet. It has 20 million views. That's a lot. That's a lot of views. And then, like, you look at the bookmarks, you look at the likes, you look at the retweets, the comments. I mean, just once again, you're looking at the top of the comments alone, you can already see some toxicity here. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, okay? It's not even scrolling. So, the fact that you can already see stuff like this just proves the toxicity of this comment section and the quote retweets, which, let's get into that one. So, this has, once again, almost 500,000 likes. You look at the retweet/quote retweets, there is 54K. That's a lot. So if we average in maybe about 20 to 30,000 of these are actually quote retweets, okay? That might be generous, maybe not too generous, but there's probably a lot of comments on those individual posts that probably have maybe another 100 comments to maybe about 7 to 10,000 likes, and you have people probably quote retweeting those. So it's a systematic effect. A lot of people are talking about the situation. A lot of people are slandering Horikoshi or even defending him. It's been quite a back and forth thing I have seen, and it's just, I don't know why, but it's gotten so much worse over the years. There was always toxicity within the anime and manga community towards authors. I mean, Taite Kubo and Kishimoto are very good examples of this, but I think that in general, thanks to just the overall popularity of anime and manga and just how widespread it's become and more globally accepted since COVID era, you see a lot more just outright heinous acts from people that legitimately cannot separate reality from fiction, but also think they know more than the very creator themselves. It's just like, I don't know how anyone in their right mind can do something like that and think that they're genuinely a fan, not just of My Hero Academia, but just of anime and manga in general. It is just super disrespectful to the culture. It's super disrespectful to artists. It's super disrespectful to anyone involved, honestly. It's just, be better. That's really the main case in point. But I wanted to comment on this because a lot of people were adding me saying, Chibi, are you going to talk about this? This is some kind of crazy stuff. And here I am. I'm going to keep it real. I'm disappointed because it's like, My Hero Academia, it's been over for a while now. Like, it ended back in, August? Or was it July? It ended a while ago, okay? It's been a bit. And the fact that we still have drama surrounding My Hero Academia that is fresh drama is nuts. That should not be a thing. But it is. I don't know how. Like, this is why artists in general, or creators, just go private. Why they never communicate with their community or anything is because of people like this that outright slander and harass people over something that is just... There's no reason to, at all. I mean, you shouldn't harass or slander people to begin with, but I'm just saying that this has just been blown out of proportion by so many people, it's ridiculous. By the way, I want to make a brief comment on this, because a lot of people seem to be neglecting this, but this drawing of Mirko from My Hero Academia, if you notice, there's a certain lack of attire, so to speak, on the character. I don't know why a lot of people are not talking about that one. Horikoshi, if you want, please open up a... I'm just going to say, an NSFW type account on social media. I would love it. I would follow it instantly. I'm not joking. Please do so, because, like, I don't know why not a lot more people are talking about this. But getting into the grand scheme of things, disregarding everything else, I think that, in general, this is a lighting thing. It's just, like, literally knowing how lighting is, lighting theory and all that, and people have already kind of proved this in some of the quote retweets, but you just got so many insane, unhinged individuals that are currently attacking this man, and I just... It's gross. It's just, dude, it's gross, man. I really can't stand these type of people. But I'll leave it at that. I just want to talk about the situation. I don't want to spend my birthday of all days talking about this negativity for any longer. I want to dive into DVD, play with my friends, try the new killer, Kaneki Kin from Tokyo Ghoul added to DVD. That's what I want to do and dedicate my time to do today. So, yeah, I'm going to go do that. You all have a blessed day, stay safe, and anyone that legitimately is okay with the behavior that's happened with Horikoshi, feel free to just leave and never return. That's all I'm going to say, because this is not okay. You don't do this to creators. But okay, Chibi out.